Welcome to The Dreamer and the Designer. I'm Dana the Dreamer.
And I'm Chris the Designer.
And today we're going to talk about one of our most favorite topics, sort of. Because we both really love talking about our toddler. She's 2.5. Her name is Mirabelle. She is spirited. She is
A perfect blend of both of us.
She's a perfect blend of both of us, and she's extremely creative. And baby girl knows what she wants. And so I don't know how much we really talked about this, but we are a work from home family. Oh, I know we've talked about that, but so we're a work from home family, and we are trying to ride the no daycare train for as long as possible, because daycare is expensive. And because we really like spending time with our toddler and are trying to lead a flexible life that we're able to spend time as a family and be together a lot right now in this season. So we thought it'd be an interesting topic to talk about. I know that there's a lot of parents out there, a lot of work from home families also. And so it's kind of just talking about what it's like to own and run your own business with a toddler.
Yeah, I think the first thing that that being a work from home family and parents of a toddler is sleep and the inconsistency of having sleep.
Yes. The thing that everyone tells you when you're going to be a parent is how little sleep that you're going to get. And it kind of annoyed me when I wasn't a parent, and then when I became a parent, I realized what a reality that was. And even toddlers don't sleep through the night for varying reasons. Sometimes it's just they're really high on life and they don't feel like they need to rest at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And sometimes it's teething, and sometimes it's just bad dreams. So yeah, there's a lot of not sleeping. And what the heck do you do with that?
Yeah. I think on the flip side of that is, since our particular industry, we can work at all hours of the day. We don't. We do have downtime. We're not working 18 hours a day. But because we can fit our work in anytime, that if we are up early with our toddler, that we can start getting emails put together, putting ideas down. And also, if it's in the middle of the night, we can do the same.
It's true. I have more than a few times come down to you and Mirabelle when you're like taking a wake up shift. Like you have like some sort of YouTube instructional coding video on, and she's just snacking on a few crackers, and so like that. Sometimes it's just how you roll. I think that just happens sometimes. The other thing I think that happens sometimes is where we're all just so exhausted, and so in the middle of the day we cease operations and take a nap. Everybody, because it's like you'll lose your mind if you don't get sleep. So
Right.
You just got to get it in when you can.
I think that happened last week.
Yeah, it did.
And I think generally we were all up at 3 a.m. and we didn't go back to sleep.
For different reasons. We were all awake, and then we didn't go back to sleep, and then we were just like, oh, yeah, we should take a nap. Like, we're all going to just like implode in bad ways. So we took naps, and naps work wonders. So even for the parents, it's real good sometimes. So we are strong believers in that. I think the other thing that we like / some members of our family maybe don't like as much is that like sometimes the schedule's on the fly. So we try really hard to stick to a certain schedule throughout the week, so we know like who's going where, when, and who's hanging back at the house with Mira, because we do have a blessing of being in a co-working space, which is awesome and it's great to have community, but sometimes usually that means like maybe like one person will go to the co-working space, one person stays home. But I feel like one thing I feel like, you can tell me, you can bring in Chris, but I feel like has worked is that we've really embraced the fact that sometimes it's a no structure. Like sometimes it's literally like you get it done and we do what we need to do for that day for our family. And so we're able to do that with a toddler. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something where you have to adopt not a day-by-day mindset, it's almost a week-by-week mindset where you start on Monday and you have, let's say 5 things you absolutely need to get done. And if you were just working without a toddler, you could probably get those things done by Tuesday.
In theory.
In theory.
Although we don't really know because we've never done this without a toddler.
Yes.
So I just want
to. But with the constant interruptions, all wonderful interruptions, by the way.
Look, an airplane. Mommy, I have to go potty.
Yeah. That you adopt it's going to get done, and we really hope it's going to get done by Friday. Obviously, if we have hard deadlines, we will achieve that, and that's where the co-working space comes in. Whoever between the two of us needs to have that isolated time by themselves. They're the one who goes to the co-working space, and the other stays back and watches our toddler.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work, like really. But yeah, I think that it's also like trying to make sure that that our toddler like knows that we're working, but then also like I've also noticed like it's real important to put the work down and spend time with the kid. And so I think it's also like paying attention to her, making sure that she knows that like we're like fully present. And so I do like throughout the day, if I'm like trying to get something done, it really is a matter of like knowing when my Mirabelle times are and like making sure like we're focusing and having really good quality time. And then also like knowing during nap time I can, bang out some emails and get some like content written and do some planning, and just trying to be real conscious about time when you have, a little one that you're doing stuff with.
Sometimes you can get so wrapped up in work that you, not that you forget, but that you don't exactly prioritize your very important responsibility of being a parent, of being not just somebody who watches after your own child, but to really be present and encourage your child to grow and to actually bring them along on your process. Now she's 2.5. She's very smart, very perceptive.
Yeah.
Whether she knows exactly what we do for a business, I couldn't tell you, but over time she will, and I look forward to exploring how we operate, how we build relationships with our clients with her, because I think in one shape or form or another, each of our clients has interacted with her, be it a video conference, drop-in, or if you've come over for a lunch, you've more than likely interacted with her. So she's an important member of the team of Pennant Creatives.
Sometimes we call her the CEO because she bosses around me and Chris. But yeah, like it is like she is along for the ride, and I do feel like we try to be pretty transparent with people about that because we are a work from home family. It's just part of it, and we're glad to have her around. It's really cool. And I will talk about the very glamorous part about being a work from home family, which is, on occasion, that means we get to just drop everything and go do something fun together in the middle of the workday. I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but there have been times where like, oh, it's a gorgeous day out, let's go on a bike ride together. Or, you know, like, let's go to the park, or just take a hot minute and do lunch together, or whatever. So I feel like that's a really cool blessing that we have right now, to be able to do with our daughter. So that's kind of cool part about it, I would say.
Yep.
But
I wouldn't trade it for anything.
probably if I were talking to other parents who are in a work from home situation with your child, I know I try to remind myself often this thing, which is be really easy on yourself. I feel like parenting in general is just such a journey, and you learn a lot about yourself and a lot about your child. But it's also like with any parent journey, you just got to make sure that you understand that you're doing the best that you can, and that you're being the best parent for your child. And I feel like that's something that we have to remind ourselves of. It's not a typical, like maybe typical setup, but for a work from home family, it's important to embrace where we're at and stay flexible and be easy on ourselves. And so we're trying to do that as we raise our daughter. So yeah, I think that's pretty much covers that topic today. Do you have children? Do they work from home? Are they at daycare? What's going on with that? How does it affect your family if you're working from home? How's your family involved or not involved? I'd love to hear about it. Reach out and we will see you guys next time. Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.